Man, I love that loading screen. It's got to be my favourite in the game. Hi
Radiant
guys,
team
it's
ban.
BigMonD here, casting another StarCloud League New Star Tournament game in Dota 2. Today we
Dire
have
team
Breaking
ban.
Abaddon versus The Origin. Oh, nice graphic from The Origin there. A lot of teams don't really bother
Radiant
with
team ban.
the graphics, but I do like the touch there. Nice touch definitely. We've got a stand-in on Breaking Abaddon.
10 seconds
Doom been banned
remaining.
out again. Am I ever going to get to see Doom be played?
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I know he can be a problem, but he's banned in so many
Reserve
games
time.
in StarCloud League recently. It's getting ridiculous.
Dire team ban.
Mirana being banned out, personally, I hate playing against Mirana. You know, you need a support who's good at buying Sentry Wards. If you've got a Mirana playing, I would think in Captain's mode in a tournament
10 seconds
we'd be seeing
remaining.
a little bit of that, but I still hate it. You can't
5
play carry in
seconds
a
remaining.
normal pub game with against a Mirana. You get destroyed
Reserve time.
because nobody buys wards. You have to have your carry buying wards, and it just goes horribly.
Radiant team pick.
So Faceless Void banned out. I've seen him picked or banned in every SCL game I've watched. I don't really know the stats off my head of how many games he has picked or banned in SCL, but I'm guessing it's quite a lot because he's picked or banned in every game I've watched, and I've watched quite a few. So, Origin take it. Oh, brilliant start.
Dire team pick.
Love Tidehunter, massive team fight potential with his ultimate. Ravage, basically loads of
Dire
tentacles
team
come up
pick.
out the ground and stun everyone for 2.7 seconds. Does decent amount of damage as well, particularly mid game.
Radiant team pick.
450 can be about a third of the health of some of the support characters.
Radiant team ban.
Treant Protector, he was a very popular pickup in the international this year. He has an ability
Dire
which lets
team
him heal
ban.
towers, living armor. Basically,
10
it
seconds
heals
remaining.
structures.
Radiant team
It
ban.
means that whenever Breaking Abaddon goes for a tower, they've got to take the tower down, or Treant is just going to heal it back up. So late game that ability falls off because everyone's doing so much damage. You can take a tower down from full health very quickly, but
10 seconds remaining.
in the early game it's going to be very difficult for Breaking Abaddon to take a tower down.
5 seconds
At the very
remaining.
least, he's going to be slowing that process down. Lycan, I'm seeing him picked out quite a lot. He seems to vary roles.
Dire
I've
team
seen some
ban.
Lycans play pusher, seen some Lycans coming in team fight. Not really too much to say about him though. He gets a lot of variety so far in the SCL. Shadow Shaman, he's been picked in every game I've seen played. I don't see
10
him banned a
seconds
lot.
remaining.
He's a really versatile hero because he's got a decent amount of nuke, but he's not
5
really about the
seconds
nuke.
remaining.
It's about lockdown. With his Hex, he can turn somebody into a chicken, so they can't do anything, they
Reserve
can't run away,
time.
they can't attack for 3.5 seconds. And he's got
Dire
Shackles.
team pick.
Now Shackles has to be channeled, which means he's vulnerable while he's doing it, but he can hold somebody still for 5
Radiant
seconds.
team pick.
So basically what he'll be looking to do, he'll be looking to start a fight, he'll throw his Aether Shock, he'll Hex somebody, and he'll shackle somebody. That takes 2 people out the fight, and then he'll just shackle them and hold them still while Lycan beats on them. He's like the schoolyard bully. So he's going to hold somebody down and beat on him. Centaur Warrunner, he's one of my favourite heroes he is because of his
10 seconds
because of his
remaining.
damage, because of his double edge.
5 seconds remaining.
In fact, I like heroes, and it's
Reserve
mostly that I
time.
like the character of the hero, but I love the way he sort of dives in with his stampede, and he damages himself to damage everyone around him. I love abilities like that. I love these sort of sacrificial abilities. A lot of people use Stampede defensively to run away, but I love the fact you can run in with it. It does a little bit of damage to everyone, but it positions you perfectly. Can't hear me.
Witch
Better check.
Doctor.
I've got people reporting that they can't hear me.
Dire
So
team pick.
Basically,
10 seconds.
I think it's just that they mean they're watching in client. Switch enable open mic. Sorry guys, sorry about that. So guys, if you've not heard me so far, I'm sorry about that. I am
10
streaming,
seconds remaining.
and I forgot to enable open mic. I'd forgotten about the people watching live in client. So guys,
5 seconds.
you're
5
just starting to be
seconds
able to hear me
remaining.
now. Welcome to SCL New Star Tournament. I'm BigMonD.
Reserve time.
Today, this is Breaking Abaddon versus Team versus the Origin. So far, we've got one of my favourite heroes, Centaur Warrunner, up on Breaking Abaddon. Witch Doctor, he's a fantastic guy in team fights. That's going to be a really useful ability, Death Ward. Death Ward is a channeled ability, which means he's got to stand there and channel it. And he's going to channel that for 8 seconds. And it does massive damage over the 8 seconds, but it's really, really easy to counter. But when he's got people like Tidehunter, who can jump in with the Ravage and stun everyone, that's nearly 3 seconds he's guaranteed
Radiant
to
team
be
pick.
channeling it just from Tidehunter. I would imagine they'll be looking to pick up somebody else who's got an area lockdown. Treant has got one, but it just prevents enemies from moving. They can still attack. It basically overgrowth. It stops enemies moving, blinking, going invisible, or attacking. I'm not sure if they can TP out. Oh, they
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry, they can't attack either. But yeah, 4.5 seconds. That should be plenty for Witch
5
Doctor to
seconds
choose from.
remaining.
So pretty decent combination there. He is quite easy to counter the Death Ward by stunning him. It's probably why we've got a lot of stun on Breaking Abaddon's team, so it's going to be quite difficult to get channeled abilities off. We've got the stun from Vengeful Spirit in the form of magic missiles. It's one of the shorter stuns in the game. I don't think it's the shortest, but it's not very long by comparison to some of the others. We've got the Hex, which we can use to break the channel. We've got Shackles, which we can use to break the channel. We've got Hoof Stomp, which we can use to break the channel. So we've got a lot of ways to break the channel on Witch for Witch Doctor. So we might see that being used and immediately being interrupted, but we'll see what happens.
10 seconds
Breaking
remaining.
Abaddon get locked down by Tidehunter or maybe even Puck.
Radiant team
then
ban.
it's going to be quite difficult. That again is a brilliant hero to combine with Witch Doctor. With his Dream Coil, what he does is he, within an area of effect, he leashes everybody in place. They get stunned for a short duration, and then if they go outside a certain radius, they get stunned again and they get additional damage. So what they're going to be looking to do with this is the Puck will initiate with Dream Coil. He'll tie everybody in, and then Witch Doctor will come in and drop his Death Ward. Now I do think that's a bit of a risky move because Death Ward will do a lot of damage, but the amount of stun we've got on Breaking Abaddon here, they're going to need to have everyone silent. So again, Puck solves that. Puck does have a 400 radius silence, so you're probably going to see Puck initiating with a Blink Dagger, silencing Dream Coiling everyone and silencing them, and then Witch Doctor will come in and drop his Death Ward, and hopefully that should give the Origin about 3 seconds of not being able to stun Witch Doctor. So they can't run. They won't be able to run either, because if they run outside the range,
Radiant team pick.
Then they get stunned for another 3 seconds, which the range isn't that far. It's only 600, and the range on the Death Ward is 700. So obviously, accounting for the fact that they may not place it perfectly, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get away from the Death Ward. If they try and run away, they're just going to take an additional damage and get stunned anyway. So it's not going to be an option. The only way they're going to be able to deal with it is they're going to have to stick around, wait for the silence to wear off, and then stun Witch Doctor. That's really the only way they can deal with it. But that's going to be 3 seconds. They're going to take a huge amount of damage in the meantime if Puck gets a good initiation. So Phantom Lancer now, pretty decent pick. So we've got some push finally on the Origin. We've got some counter push with Treant. So I would imagine the Origin are just going to be able to try and hold their own. Let
Prepare
Let
for
Phantom Lancer
battle.
do his job. Let him push. He's a really nasty hero in teamfights as well, though, because there's so many of him. And every time he hits someone, there's more of him. And it's just, how do you find the real one in the mess that is a teamfight with Tidehunter in the middle? But usually his job is go push towers and go hide. So, got Lycan calling out positions now. Looks like they're going to go, perhaps perhaps breaking Abaddon going to go for an early kill. They may just be placing wards. They do have a smoke ready, so they could be going to go for a smoke gank, but looks
30
like
seconds to battle.
maybe the Origin are thinking the same thing. Certainly thinking of counter warding. They've got a lot of sentries up for the Origin there. Looks like both teams are staying where they can't really do much to each other. But it's giving Tidehunter clearance to come up and drop a sentry ward and block that camp. Breaking Abaddon, not had a chance to drop any wards to block Origin's camps. And both teams sitting camp in the top rune, and naturally it spawns bottom. But I don't think we're going to get a fight break out. I don't think either team really wants to fight this at the minute. They're gonna retreat, smoke up, and come back in. So they're trying to fake out that they've retreated, but I don't think they're gonna get spotted out. Looks like, yeah, they're gonna fake a nice fake that they've retreated. So unfortunately, the supports from the Origin backing off, and looks like Vengeful Spirit's gonna come in for a kill on Puck. Oh, and he that nice move there. Love the way he ripped it. Ethereal Jaunt, dodges the stun. He gets out. No damage at all. Decent amount of mana wasted for Vengeful Spirit, and a lot of time wasted for both supports there. So nice move by Puck there. It's one of the things I really love about Puck, his ability to dodge damage. You can dive into the middle of a fight with Puck and take hardly any damage from it. So Viper this game, 53 attack power. Puck, gone one of my favourite pickups first off on Puck, and straight into a null talisman. I imagine he'll be bottle rushing then. I usually don't pick a salve, I usually get my supports to give me tangos. Don't want to waste money on a salve. Just want to go straight for a bottle. Be really aggressive with my nukes. It does depend who you're playing against. Viper's got quite decent range, and every time you hurt him, he's going to hurt you. So you got to assume you're going to take a lot of damage mid with Puck in this game. But I wouldn't always take a salve as Puck. In fact, what I'd usually do in a pub game is just forget who I'm against, because it usually doesn't matter. But very, very close with last hits and denies here. Puck has just pulled ahead. Obviously the gank throwed him off a little bit, but it looks like we may be getting the Origin going for first blood, but they don't want to follow it up. Tidehunter trading with the tri lane up top. We've got two. We're going to have a huge amount of lockdown on this team. Tidehunter's going to have to be really, really careful. So we've got Shadow Shaman. He's already got the shackle, so he's got 2.75 seconds already. Vengeful Spirit can use that to get in position 1.45 seconds. These two roaming together can be very, very devastating for anybody who gets caught by either of the stuns. Puck is going to have to be very, very careful. Now though, he's got two ways. He's level 4 already. Not even 3 minutes in. Naturally, he's solo mid, so he's going to get a bit of an advantage. Viper's still level 4, but a little bit. Oh, he's a little bit ahead actually. What's Puck been messing at? No bottle yet. Viper clearly been contesting his farm quite well. I think he's trying to just play safe because he knows the supports are roaming. Looks like they're just going to go all the way past there. They may be looking for a kill in the bottom lane. But we've got 3 heroes in the bottom lane here. If they get spotted out, which they may do because there's wards up. Is that in range? That's just out of the range. That's unfortunate. They're not going to see that. They're going to get spotted out by the Origin. And surely this is going to be Shadow Shaman going down. He's got to be first blood here. He may be able to get it. I don't think he's going to get away. One more decent hit from one more decent hit from Treant and he'll go down, but Vengeful Spirit's going to cover him, he's going to get away. But Vengeful Spirit may pay for that. She's going to get slowed. Viper's rotating in, but I'm sure, I think one of them has got to go down. Yeah, 2 deaths to break in Abaddon. That was unfortunate. So close with that ward as well. I mean, one tiny bit further over, the tiniest bit further over, and they'd have caught that and they wouldn't have got spotted out. But
double damage.
Really unfortunate there. Just shows how important wards are. I mean, they're trying to counter ward to see if there's one here, but ever so slightly out. I think I'm going to have to message the break.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. They're going to be really
disappointed how unlucky that ward placement was. Obviously, they know there's still a ward in that area now. Somebody's just pinged it out. I think that was Puck actually. But bit of a bad start for breaking Abaddon now, but certainly not devastating. Both these supports, if they don't get spotted out as they come into lane for somebody, they're usually going to get a kill between them. Sadly though, Vengeful Spirit level 1 still. This is the problem with this strategy. That, you know, 2 roaming supports go roaming together. It works brilliantly if you pick up the kills. If you fail ganks, you end up with 2 characters on your team that have got no levels, no gold, no abilities, and it can really put you behind. But it's not going to take much. A couple of successful ganks and they'll be back. They'll be back even. Viper taking the lead now in mid.
Denied.
Against Puck. I wouldn't think that normally to be the case, but normally if I was Puck, I'd be harassing whoever else is mid with my illusory orb. Make sure I, last hit with it maybe, and use it to also harass Viper. But in this case, it can be a bit iffy doing that, because you do that with Viper, his corrosive skin is going to do damage back to you, and it's going to slow you down. So you hit him, it might be the last thing you do. I don't think Puck at this stage of the game wants to get too close to Viper. So with the extra damage from poison attack, Viper gonna do much more damage. I think once Puck's nuked out, if he hasn't managed to nearly kill Viper, Viper's gonna kill Puck. Oh, the support's coming down the bottom again. Just lots of rotation from these supports. They've got to really make the ganks happen, or they're just wasting time roaming. Centaur got Tranquil already, so Centaur's getting some decent farm. It's against a tri-lane, he's getting really good farm. Witch Doctor just roaming to get some wards up. Obviously keep in sight. They've clearly spotted out that BA are doing a roaming strategy, so keeping wards up everywhere. Definitely worth leaving the lane to go and get wards up. They may pay for it just with some bad timing now, but oh, nice. Excellent work with Treant with a living armor on Puck, keeping him alive.
Time to hibernate.
He's going to get out. Again, no real. Oh, Phantom Lancer finally goes down, but very unfortunate. Centaur went down. It's no, I wouldn't say it's really a misplay on breaking Abaddon's part. Just bad luck in timing of when they step where. Definitely excellent map awareness from Origin here, responding to BA being missing. Puck has got to be really careful here. He's going to die to creeps. That would be an embarrassment. I think he's going to walk back to base and bottle up. I imagine with the amount of gold he's got, he's saving for a Blink Dagger as well. Again,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger is a very popular pickup on Puck, so I would imagine he is.
Double damage.
Centaur up. I think that
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they may be trying to push the top tower in finally. So I don't think either team got pulling out a significant lead here. Breaking Abaddon, spending a little bit too much time roaming, and their supports are really going to pay for that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If they can't make it work, like him going jungling now, so wonder if he's just going to wander back and forth, just getting a little bit of extra farm, or he's going to swap out with someone. Looks like we've got a 3v3 happening at the bottom though. Again, these supports really got to pick up some kills now, or they're gonna really struggle. And looks like Shadow Shaman calling for help there, but I think he's gonna get caught out. They know he's there. Both teams got sight on each other here, so looks like that maybe they'll both play cautiously. I think they may just wait for Centaur ult to be up and then dive in. But there's a lot of stun on the, a lot of lockdown on the Origin with the paralysing cask. So they're waiting for a gank now. They're waiting for an opportunity, waiting for the Origin to get in a good position for him to drop on somebody. Obviously, Phantom Assassin can dive out and he can go and hide, but it's very, very difficult to catch him, because if you don't catch him quick enough, he's going to use his second ability, Doppel Walk, where he wanders off and leaves an invisible duplicate. It looks like they've given up on this gank and they're wandering back now. But if breaking Abaddon were
Missing bottom.
If the Origin are watching, they're going to know they've left, because they've been inside of this ward. Vengeful Spirit sort of wandered up here a little bit, so she will have been spotted out by that ward if Origin were watching. So they might be going for try for a kill on Puck now, but they've really got to start getting these kills. They're getting really far behind. Oh, Puck is going to go down. Surely they've got it. You're not going got to take him down, but we've got TP support coming from everybody on the Origin. Looks like everybody except PA. So we're going to.
Radiant's
they are
middle
going to
tower
lose
is under
both
attack.
Viper and
Get up if you can.
Viper and Shadow Shaman for the one kill on Puck. It's really not a good trade. Not what they wanted. They've got to start taking a little bit of risk though, because they're getting a little bit too far behind. If they don't start making these plays work,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
it's gonna get really bad for them. If we take a quick look at their XP per minute, surprisingly, Witch Doctor is lower than Vengeful Spirit. I think that's because the Vengeful Spirit spent a little bit of time solo in the top lane, but Witch Doctor's been doing quite a bit of roaming. But look at Shadow Shaman, miles behind in XP per minute compared to Witch Doctor, who's quite low on his own. Looks like maybe Viper going roaming, looking for, maybe thinking of picking up a kill now, and the support's just taking a bit of opportunity to get some farm. Viper been spotted out. Hopefully he realises he's been spotted out and he's going to back off. But Witch Doctor looks like he's getting ready to support Puck should something go bad in the mid lane, but I don't think it's going to. I think that by the looks of it, they're thinking of coming to the bottom, down to the bottom lane. They've got dust already. I think they're perhaps going to be looking for Treant if he uses Nature's Guise, but maybe look for the kill on Phantom Lancer if he uses Doppel Walk. Really, if they get the drop on Phantom Lancer, they shouldn't need it. If they have him shackled and stack the stuns properly, they shouldn't need it. Just in case, because you don't want him to be down to about 20 HP and get away just because you haven't bought dust. It's such a cheap item. So they're going to come around the back. By the looks of it, they may get spotted out by this ward if they go a little bit too close. They may get spotted out by that, but it looks like it's going to be too late. Phantom Lancer's seen him coming in. He's dusted, but they are going to get the stun on him. Shackles has got to come out surely, and he's got to go down. We've got TP support coming in and Witch Doctor coming in, but Oh, he's going to get out, and Vengeful Spirit's going to die for this. They just couldn't kill him fast enough because there's all
Radiant's top
three in the
tower
bottom
is
lane.
under attack.
Last move.
And in return, top
Radiant
and mid
structures
lane
are fortified.
both been left empty. Top tower looks like it may go down from this, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
they're up. But Breaking Abaddon going to possibly
Dire
gonna lose the
structures
bottom
are
tower. They may not
fortified.
be able to take this fast enough, but Origin going to lose the top tower, so a little bit of golden advantage for Breaking Abaddon. Maybe I don't.
Radiant's
think they're
middle
gonna,
tower is under
I
attack.
don't think Finny's got enough damage mid to take it down before they respond.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So that's a one tower
Radiant's
for one
middle
tower.
tower is under
And
attack.
Centaur's going down already. I don't think he's got enough health to tank that many heroes.
Radiant's
It
top
would've been better
tower
to
is
stun
under
and run
attack.
there. But again, while they're busy everywhere else,
Radiant's middle
Lycan
tower
just-
is under attack.
just leaving his ult as an escape and just hammering the tower. He may even take a second tower here. It's down to 280 health, I think it was down to before Treant got the heal on it. So this is what I mean about Breaking Abaddon having to really commit and take towers, or they won't be able to. Treant is just going to heal this up, and chances are before BA get another opportunity on it, this is going to be back to full health. But Origin, we're tower for tower, 9 for 2. No huge difference, but the difference is the supports are not going to be doing a lot. Too much time roaming and not managing to make the kills happen. But they're very unlucky with the placement of wards and so on, and just unlucky running into people out. Bad luck. Breaking Abaddon spending a lot of time in Radiant's jungle this game.
Radiant's top tower
Vengeful
has been
Spirit gonna come and
denied.
rotate in, but she's going to end up getting sandwiched between Witch Doctor, who has spotted her out. Puck's going to leave, but with Witch Doctor there to defend it still. There's Puck gone. Puck down the bottom lane with an illusion room, going to take Centaur down again.
Killing
And he's
spree!
gone. One of the things I really
Ownage!
love about Puck, the Dream Core, is, fight me or take damage anyway. Love that ability.
Radiant's middle tower
Puck
has
can
fallen.
so quickly initiate, even if he has to skill shot with his orb, he can initiate Dream Call and silence. You can't do anything. Puck's got no physical damage on his own, but as long as there's somebody else there to do it for him, he can pick up kills. And looks like Vengeful Spirit's going to go down.
Dominating.
Unfortunately, I'm going to lose
Not
Treant. Surely he's got the living armor on. It's going to keep him alive. He's probably really glad he's maxed that living armor out now. 14-second cooldown on it at the minute. It's blocking 80 damage for 7 instances. That's easily kept him alive in that fight. And looks like we're going to go for. Looks like we may end up with a 5v4. Lycan backing off, but we've got at least a 4v4 going to happen here. We're gonna have a fight over the mid tower. This is what I love to see in games. Let's have a fight. Let's have a 10-man murder here. Breaking Abaddon just hiding around in the trees. They're hoping for a chance to use the stampede, I would think. Puck, I think, using the orb to check for heroes now. Tied under as soon as he's going to ravage as soon as he's not got it up. Come on, 5-man murder.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So we lose Centaur and Vengeful Spirit.
Dire's
there.
middle tower is
But
under attack.
We're
Radiant's bottom
going to lose
tower
the tower
has
as well.
fallen.
It's these supports. Right, okay. Need to adjust my sensitivity. I believe. So we're going to lose another tower.
Dire's middle
for
tower
Origin.
has fallen.
I say this is what happens when two
Dire's top
supports end
tower
up
is
under
under
level.
attack.
We're still level 5 and 6. Let me just bring up the hero level. So Vengeful Spirit and Shadow Shaman, the two lowest levels in the game. and the cause for BA lowest levels again. This is, you know, really unfortunate for BA that these ganks just haven't paid off. It is a little bit risky. So what's Puck drawing out there? So I think maybe he was trying to spot out where the enemy heroes were. Right, and as somebody's just told me my voice isn't quite coming through, I'm going to tweak my audio threshold down a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better now. Thank you to the guys watching this stream for telling me these things. It's really handy. It's very difficult to watch your own game back. So looks like BA going to go roaming looking for kills again. They're going to swing to bottom tower. Maybe go to kill Trient, but spotted out Puck sticking around in the middle, so it looks like they decided to change direction, try and sandwich Puck, but they're going to be caught out by Tidehunter and Witch Doctor there to back him up. Tidehunter, when he's got the Ravage up, not somebody you want to mess with. Wasting far too much time. I don't think that's really a fight they could have won, but wasting a lot of time going back and forth. Not just for the supports now, but for Centaur as well. And sadly, this is time where they're not going to be getting XP. They're not going to be getting any significant gold. Maybe if they can't make something happen, you know, maybe we could be farming these jungle camps. But it looks like they're just sitting waiting for an opportunity. They just can't create an opportunity. Looks like they've spotted out Puck coming through now. And
Silence.
yep, Lycan has been spotted out going into Roche. So Origin are going to come in and absolutely decimate him. They've got Ravage up. Oh, and he's not caught Lycan with the Ravage, but it's Shadow Shaman. Oh, I thought he got the Ward Trap then, but obviously not. Did he Ward Trap Witch Doctor?
I bind
Did I blink and miss it?
Make a sound.
So finally breaking Abaddon, getting a couple of kills now on Witch Doctor and Trient. It's only supports, but it's a start. And they get away. Centaur's gonna, his health is gonna come back up pretty quickly because he's got the Tranquil Boots, so he should be fine. He's got Tranquil Boots and a Ring of Regen. He's got 15.8 health regen at the minute. Really, really good on this hero, especially when you're going to be chewing through your own health. I imagine he's going to be looking for a pipe. Reduce the amount of damage he takes. We've got Shadow Shaman scouting ahead. I think he was just looking to ward. Try and make sure they don't get jumped on in Roche again. They're going to push Roche really quickly. It's maybe a little bit risky with 5 heroes up, but being behind like this, you've got to take risks. You've got to make plays work. You can't play safe when you can't always play safe when you're behind.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Try to kill him.
So I would imagine that's going to be bringing them back up. If we take a quick look at the gold graph. Oh, it has been swinging all over the place. This is with the tower, with Lycan taking the tower. So even though BA has been struggling with the ganks, they've been taking towers. So gold up and down all over the place. But starting to take a lead now. Now we've had that Roche XP graph in Origin's favour for the bulk of this game. Obviously with those failed ganks and a couple of team fights going against them, but now with that Roche pulling back the other way quite significantly, we're almost back to even now. So the kills don't quite show it. This game is a very, very even game. I just think BA are being very unlucky in this game, and they're getting caught out. And it's just luck. You can't put wards everywhere, but they always seem to pick the route that Origin have got somebody watching or they've got warded.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It does help with Puck, of course, being able to get vision with
Radiant
the illusory orb.
structures are fortified.
I don't think this is going to be enough to take the
Dire's
tower.
top tower
Origin have
is
got
under
everybody
attack.
here to defend it now. They're going to do some significant damage to the tower, but I don't think they're going to be able to defend it. Viper's going to go down. He's almost gone.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We've got several heroes dream called. They have no choice but to sit and fight.
Radiant's
But
middle tower
Origin
has
backing
fallen.
off. Managed to take Centaur down as well.
Double kill.
Centaur and Vengeful Spirit, but Origin had to back off, and they've lost the tower. Going to pick up another kill though on Shadow Shaman. You really don't want to mess with Phantom Lancer. He can be a real pain, especially with that diffusal blade chewing. It's a really popular pick up on Phantom Lancer because it burning your mana when you're chasing the spellcaster around. It can be really painful. Lycan's been chased down as well, and he's had the Aegis forced, and he's going to go down again. Don't think he can take. He may be able to take Tide here. Tide's going to get picked off by the wolves. I don't think Lycan. I think Lycan's overstaying there. I think he should have used it as an opportunity to get out, but he's going to go down. Maybe he wasn't going to get out anyway. You know, just go, take the risk, go for the kill. Sometimes it's the best thing to do. If you know you're not going to get out, just do as much damage as you can before you get taken down. Because if you're running, you're not doing damage. But if you're going to die anyway, you might as well hurt. You might as well make somebody regret it. So. BA trying to pick up a bit of farm in the jungle while things are quiet, but finally they have quite a significant towers advantage, and it's towers and gold that wins games here. Take a quick look at the net worth graph, see what we've got. We've got Phantom Lancer, you know, leading the net worth chart, but we've got Lycan is only just behind him, both with quite decent push. Should be able to get a push out now as well. Now we've got an illusion rune. Now we've got an illusion rune on Origin. Maybe get a push, take a tower from this, but thankfully we've got Shadow Shaman hanging around the Roche bit. We've got Viper and Centaur possibly going to get caught out. Centaur's blinked into the trees, and he's getting caught by Puck's Dream Coil. He's going to go down. He can't TP or blink out of there. He's dead. Obviously they saw him go into the trees. Puck guessed where he was and managed to catch him. Really difficult when you got a Puck in the game to blink into trees defensively, because sometimes Puck will guess where you are with his illusory orb, and if he's right, he can blink in near you. And if you're a melee hero, if he's not right on top of you, he can hit you and you can't hit him. Not a good position to be in. But Lycan pushing down the bottom now. It looks like Tidehunter, Witch
Radiant's
Doctor,
bottom tower is under
rotating
attack.
down to the bottom to defend him, but he's not going to get. Don't think they're going to get there in time. This tower's going to fall. The wolves and the serpent wards doing a lot of damage, but Puck is going to chase after Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's going to go down for this. Maybe they should have just farmed the wards, but Shadow Shaman's going to go down. We're going to get an even bigger XP lead for Origin. They are going to get the wards down in time though, and Treant's going to get an opportunity to heal this tower back up, but really significant damage to it. And Phantom Lancer's going to be really careful here. We've got no dust, so he may get away. He's going to get stunned, but yeah, he's going to go down. Can't believe they took him down at that. I've got True Sight wards. It's unfortunate. See, this is what happens in every pro game. All the supports are usually going to be carrying wards. So you've got to be very careful about getting caught out with one of the supports carrying the wards. It's just as good as dust to carry wards and just drop one wherever you see someone. Sometimes it's better because if you're dropping it in a lane somewhere where you are going to have a back and forth, you know, dust only activates once, whereas if you know you're going to be coming back and forth, the ward's going to be there for a while. You may well be useful in the next fight or the one after that. So Shadow Shaman now looking, I think, just to push the lane up and put a bit of pressure on while we've got sight, while we've got vision on a couple of Origins heroes down in the base, and obviously with Phantom Lancer being dead.
Oh, look at it go!
Viper farming the Radiant Ancients. I love that. I love it when you farm the other team's jungle. It seems cheeky. It seems like a slap in the face that you're stealing their farm. It's so much more satisfying to steal the other team's farm than to take your own. So Dream Coil and Ravage up at the minute. Looks like, I would imagine, and the death ward's up. So I would imagine Origin going to be looking for a fight now. With those 3 abilities up, they can do really, really massive damage to BA. But Origin really got to push their advantage because many of these heroes do start to, the damage starts to drop off towards the late game. And much of the damage is magical. For example, Puck, magical. Witch Doctors is actually physical, so the pipe or a cloak or a hood will not block that. But that's physical. Maledict is magical. So Centaur's going to get caught out. Oh, Centaur's going to catch Phantom Lancer out. We're going to take massive damage on both sides. This is why you don't like fighting Phantom Lancer. There's so many of him. Every time he hits you, there's more. You just get swarmed. So we're going to take Centaur down, and they're going to chase down Lycan. Lycan is trying to TP, but he's not going to get out. He's just not quick enough. Not stand against us. And in the meantime, Viper, he's pushing it. He's pushing it in, but we've got Puck and Tident are going to respond now. Viper's, had to TP out and try and defend, but I don't think this is significant either way though. Both teams got some good push going off. Both teams getting opportunity to take people down in team fights. This is all going to be down to whether we distract people and we play Rat Dota and we just distract people and take objectives that way, or one misclick in a team fight and it could go either way. One good position from Centaur for the Stomp and it could swing it towards BA. A good position on the Ravage or the Dream Coil could swing it towards Origin. It looks like we've got Treant sitting there invisible now, waiting for Roche. Surely he's not going to try and wait for Roche to spawn and then steal. Okay, so Roche is up. I think BA walked out of the pit before he spawned, so they don't know he's back. Maybe they're expecting it, so they're going to farm the Ancients. I would imagine they're going to come back and check just after just after farming these Ancients. But with Treant there, Origin know Roche is up, and Origin are going to see if BA come in to take him. So they may find themselves in a world of pain. Because basically, Treant's going to wait for his team to come in. He's going to use Overgrowth. It's going to hold everyone in place for 3.75 seconds. And then we're going to have Puck jump in with the Dream Coil, Tident to come in with the Ravage. I think that's probably what they're hoping for. Or they're going to go and try and roast themselves. But we've got wards up on both teams on the Roche pit, so they may well have been spotted out. Doesn't look like BA are looking to respond to this though. Lycan is going to try and push Rax, I think, in the meantime, but doesn't look like BA are going to try and respond. I think all they're going to try and do is harass a bit and try and make this take time. Try and get a Rax.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Puck is using his Yules to dodge and a phase again, I would imagine. Puck is really squishy, but he's so good at avoiding damage.
Double kill.
So much burst damage with the
Radiant's top tower
Dream
has
Coil
fallen.
and Waning Rift. They don't do a lot of damage each, but we've got burst damage, we've got a little bit of burst damage. 3 heroes going down so quickly, and Lycan's managed to take a tower, but it cost 3 heroes to take that tower, and if they really wanted to, I think Origin could go back in and Roche now, and there's no way BA could contest it at this point. I think that may be what Phantom Lancer is looking to do.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're sending Viper Illusions to check it out, but BA almost all spawn back. They may be able to contest this if they're quick to get in position, but I think the fight is just going to go bad for them again. Most of Origin's abilities rely on rely on BA to group up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is not the place to fight a team that you don't want to group up against. So Lycan trying to take the roast now, but Puck comes
Roshan
in.
has fallen to the Radiant.
Yeah, Puck comes in, steals it. Dream calls everyone in place. Vengeful Spirit, Centaur, and Shadow Shaman are going to go down straight away. Virtually no cost to Origin. Lycan not going to manage to get out. Viper just hanging back.
You could have given Kunka some pointers in how to die.
That was a lovely steal by.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Excellent roast steal there.
Wicked sick double. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Tidehunter got the Aegis, so we've got a team wipe there. And we've got an Aegis on Origin. I don't think BA are going to be able to come back from this.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I admire your plays, Puck. Yeah, that was an excellent play by Puck.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a brilliant roast steal. I mean, it's hard enough to steal it at all. But stealing the roast and the
Dire's
Aegis.
middle tower has fallen.
Got a defensive circle force coming out, but
I
I think the A are just going to get farmed up now. This has got to, surely they've got to call GG at this point.
Triple kill.
Tidehunter's may go down. No, he's got so much armor though. 61%, 54.
Dire's
A lot of our
barracks have
54% physical damage resistance.
Dire's middle barracks have
That's got to be GG, surely. Let's not prolong it. Yeah, Puck on Origin calling. Let's swing round and let's take the top tower. Obviously, these building the rest of the racks invulnerable while the tier 2 tower's still up. Lycan going for a Necrobuck. I think he's just going to try and. I think they're just going to try and push Origin to death now. I think it's probably the only way, because they can't take team fight at this point, not a chance. But they have got a lot of pushing potential.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I think they might be looking to base race it. It's probably not a good idea, but Viper just going to provide a little bit of harass, but a couple of illusions aren't really going to slow Origin down here. They're going to take this tower very, very quickly. But they are. BA just going to base race it. I think this may be the point where they've decided it's probably GG. So you know what? Let's just race it anyway. But not a chance. Look, we've got second set of racks going down, and they are going to TP back and defend. I'm not sure that was really the best idea. I think Origin could have just GG pushed it. There's certainly a lot of push coming out from Lycan with his Necrobuck, but so even amidst all of this, we've got the wars coming down, we've got Lycan's Necrobuck coming down.
Courier has been killed.
Radiant's lost the courier and Tide.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Kill.
Tide. This is going to be Vengeful Spirit going to go down. Viper surely not going to get away there. So we've got Lycan up. He's got his ult on, so he's surely going to get out. Even with a blink, it's really going to be hard to chase him down. And now he's slow. I don't think he's going to get away anymore. No, Tide's giving up the chase. But that's not terrible trade again there for BA. We lose 3 heroes. We've taken a tier 3 tower and done some significant damage to Iraqs, but we lost a tier 2, a tier 3 and a top set of racks for it. I think this game is definitely GG for Origin.
Radiant victory.
My gratitude.
Yeah, GG call by BA.